Hey guys, today I'm finally sitting down to film the Q&A. I asked you guys to send me questions. I feel like it's been over a week ago, so I'm sorry. But we're here now, so we don't have to talk about the past. I typed up you guys' questions so that I have it here, so that I'm not looking on my phone and that I have them in order. But I'm going to be answering them out of order, so it really doesn't even matter about the order. So I'm gonna try to get to as many as I can in this video. I'm so excited for this. I love Q&As, so yes, let's get into it. Okay, so the first question is, what are you going to school for? So I am in college, as most of you guys know, and I'm in my senior year, and I'm going to school for marketing management, which is basically marketing. So my major is marketing. The next question is, how long did it take for your channel to be successful? In my eyes, I don't consider my channel as successful. I consider it on its way, I guess. So how long it took me for my channel to get to this point, it's been 3 years. And my YouTube anniversary is on the 24th of this month. A week from Monday, it'll be 3 years exactly when I first recorded my first YouTube video. So that's gonna be really exciting. There's been so much that's happened over these few years, and I owe it all to you guys, because if it wasn't for your support, the comments, the likes, you even watching my video, even if it's for 30 seconds, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I thank you guys so much. So if you made it this far into the video, then good for you. I'm going to do a small little giveaway. I'm just gonna put some stuff in a box and send it to you guys. I've been seeing a lot of people do mystery boxes for giveaways, so I thought that would be cool to do. So just as a thank you, you guys, I love you guys so much, so thank you so much. Okay, the next question is, what sports teams do you follow? So if you know me, you know I'm super into sports. I love college basketball. When college basketball season comes around, it makes me so happy. You know that inner happiness, like when something exciting happens? That's how I feel when college basketball comes around. My team, of course, I'm from Memphis. My college basketball team are the Memphis Tigers. Whoop whoop. NFL, which I'm also like super hyped about right now, is football season. The Steelers. If you're a Steelers fan, hey. We are Pittsburgh Steelers fans in this house. So if you a Cowboys fan, you're not invited. No, I'm kidding. So Pittsburgh Steelers and the Memphis Tigers are my two teams. I don't have an NBA team, by the way. I don't really care for NBA. Maybe my thoughts will change eventually, but right now I'm just like, eh. I got this one question, like, how many times? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got this 4 different times. Do you have a boyfriend? No. I do not have a boyfriend. I love love, so of course I want to be in a relationship. They just never really work out. I've had some bad experiences, so I'm way more cautious now, I would say. I pretty much know really right away if it's not really gonna go anywhere. Like, just they really not trying to pursue the situation. This is not a relationship. This is not a relationship video, but because of my bad experiences, I'm way more cautious now. So it's a little tough to find the right guy, but I know he's gonna come along one day. I did see a question on here, if I am married and do I have kids? No. I hope that I'm able to have kids and be married to the person that I have kids with. So I'm having technical difficulties. My lipstick was cracking because I had layered it like 10 times on that spot. So I just took it off and I'm gonna try to reapply it. Okay, we're back. The lipstick has dried. I think it's okay now. So the next question is, will you do campus vlogs? So I am actually online this semester, and I was online my last semester. So basically in my senior year, I've been online, and so I don't really go on campus. I should have started vlogging when I was on campus, but even like my freshman year, sophomore year, and junior year, I never lived on campus. So my campus vlogs would be like the step shows and stuff. That's what I would have filmed. The step shows are just like regular life in the common area of the school. But yeah, since now I don't really go on campus, I don't think I would be able to do campus vlogs, except when I go get my cap and gown. I'm definitely gonna vlog that because I want to be able to go back and see how excited I was going to get my cap and gown, because that's gonna be so exciting, as well as my graduation. I hope that I'm able to vlog that, as well as I actually was on campus previously this week because I went to go get like some tickets for a football game that we're going to. So when I do stuff like that, I can film that. So yeah, when I go on campus, I will be able to film that, but I don't go on campus a lot. So a lot of my vlogs will be doing like regular stuff and fun stuff and going out of town and stuff like that. So wherever life takes me, that's what we're gonna vlog. So someone asked, which this is probably my favorite question. Someone asked, what is your zodiac sign? And they asked sun, moon, and rising. And the reason why this is my favorite question, because I never really heard of people say a moon sign and a rising sign. So I was so glad to be able to look this up. So I did Google it. And based on the day I was born, the time that I was born, the state and the city I was born in, my sun sign is, of course, a Leo, which I didn't even know that was called sun sign. I thought that your sign was just, you know, the zodiac sign. I didn't know it was called sun sign. But anyway, I'm a Leo. Moon sign, I am a Libra. And my ascendant sign is a Libra. And my MC sign is a Cancer. So I didn't know about any of that. And since learning that, which thank you so much for asking me that question because I would have never known, the moon sign actually influences your emotions and your inner mood. So I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna keep researching it, and I'm gonna be looking at stuff for my moon sign and sun sign. Okay, so someone asked, what primer do I suggest for people with oily skin? I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna show it to you guys. This primer is like heaven sent. Let me turn down the brightness so you guys can see it. So this is the primer. It is the Mattify primer from Sephora. It is awesome. When you apply this primer, it's almost like it stiffens up when it dries. So it's like you're barely able to blend it after it dries. So everything you put on top of it is not going anywhere. You're gonna be matte all day long. And it's not even that expensive. If I remember correctly, it was probably like $9. Don't quote me on that, but it is really inexpensive. So highly recommend that you guys pick this up if you have oily skin. Okay, someone asked, how old are you? So I am 21 years old. I just turned 21 on the 8th of August. And it's been a blast. I mean, I get to order wine when I go to restaurants. I mean, it is so exciting. It's just, it makes you feel so like grown when you're able to just do whatever you want, basically. So I'm excited. I feel so much more mature now. So the next question is, how long have you been natural? And I'm pretty sure it's been 3 years. I am going to go back in my phone though really quick. Pretty sure I was natural when I had these braids. That's what I'm looking at. If you've been following me this long where you remember this picture, comment below. You are a true Tea Party member. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I was natural right here, and this was on July 1st 2015. So yeah, it's been about 3 years of my hair growth. So I did encourage you guys not to ask me questions about my hair just because I wanted it to be outside of hair, but I still got some questions, so I'm going to go ahead and address those. One question that I got was, what do you use for your hair? I'm going to link my playlist to all of my hair videos in the corner of this video, and so you guys can check that out if you're curious to what I use in my hair. The second question is, how do you deal with single strand knots, or do I deal with them? Yes, I deal with single strand knots. I pretty much think that it's inevitable when you have 4C hair or just tightly curly hair. It's pretty much inevitable to have single strand knots. The way that I kind of deal with it is that I detangle kind of often. So every time that I wash my hair, I do detangle my hair. And when I detangle it with a lot of conditioner in my hair, because that's the only way that I'm able to get out tangles, is to load my hair up with conditioner or a deep conditioner and just work my fingers through my hair as opposed to a comb. I only use a comb, my magical brush pink comb thing that I showed you guys. I only use that when I'm styling my hair, but when I'm actually detangling it, I use my fingers. So that's very important. And also wearing your hair in a stretched out state. So when my hair is like this, when it's in a puff or when it's in a twist out, my hair is not having the opportunity to like curl into each other as it would when it's like tight to my head when when it's in a regular fro. So when you wear your hair in a stretched out state, it does help to prevent those single strand knots or just knots in general. So that's another way that you can do it. Okay, the next question is, if you could choose anywhere to live in the world, where would you choose? So I think this is definitely gonna change as I get older, as I visit places and see what I like and what I don't like. As of right now, I really like city. So my favorite places that I would love to live would, number one, be New York. That is my favorite place to be. The second place is, I actually really like Chicago. To me, Chicago is a slower New York, like the city part of Chicago is. So that would be a second choice. And then the third choice would be LA, which is the most kind of beneficial because that's where like beauty brands are. BeautyCon is, even though there's a BeautyCon in New York too, but BeautyCon is there. The beach is there. I mean, everything is there. So LA is really kind of like where I more than likely will end up. But New York and Chicago would be my first choices if I was going into the corporate world. I would love to live in those places. Okay, someone asked, do you work out? And if so, please go in depth about your routines and health choices. So I do work out. I love to work out. I actually have a gym membership. So this is my routine. I get on the treadmill. I walk, run it, and I do a mile because I just want to do a mixture of cardio and weights. So I just do a mile where I alternate between sprinting and fast walking. I typically do that in like 15 minutes or so. And then I get off and I do weight machines. So I have 2 ab machines that I like to do. Sometimes I work on my legs. I don't do that a lot. And then sometimes I work on my arms. I don't do that a lot either. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. And then after I do all of the machines that I want to do, sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less as far as like the machines that I do. Depending on how tired I am, I'll go in the like stretch area and I'll do like some little booty workouts that I found on Instagram. Either I'll do the ones that I remember seeing, or I'll just type in booty exercises on the hashtag on Instagram and I'll just do those. And then that'll be it. That's my workout routine. As far as my healthy choices, I do not make healthy choices. And I know I would see better results if I ate healthy. But what I'm about to say is such an excuse. But if you live in Memphis, you know like the healthy options as far as fast food are like close to zip. And I love like drive through, get my food, get out. But most of our get food and get out is like bad decisions. So in order for me to eat healthy, I would have to cook, which I can cook. Right now, that's just not in the schedule. Okay, someone asked, this is a quick question. Someone asked, do you use jade roller? No, I don't. I've been seeing it on Instagram though, but I haven't had the chance to try it yet. So I get this question a lot. A lot of people ask me, how do I get my teeth so white? So I'm gonna go ahead and answer that in this video. I first wanna say that your teeth whiteness as well as like your skin can be hereditary. So to brush my teeth, I use just a whitening toothpaste. So I alternate every time I go to Walmart. When I'm running out of toothpaste, I always get a new one. It just, whatever stands out to me is what I will use. Right now, I think I'm using like the Crest whitening toothpaste, but last time I think I used Colgate. So it changes literally every time I go and purchase a new one. And that's on purpose because I find just when you get into the routine of using something, it can start to not work. So I always like to just wake up my teeth and be like, hey, this is a new toothpaste. Do something different, you know? So after I brush my teeth with a whitening toothpaste, I'll go in with a antiseptic mouthwash. So that really just kills all the germs in your mouth, which is important with whitening your teeth, I think. I'm not a dentist, but I think germs aid in kind of like the yellowness of your teeth. I could be totally wrong, but that's just what I think. So I like to use a antiseptic mouthwash, and I just use the Equate brand, Walmart brand of that. And then after I do that, I will rinse with a whitening mouthwash. Now the whitening mouthwash, I typically always go with Crest for my whitening mouthwash, but I switched it up. This time I actually used Colgate, and that's it. I don't really use whitening strips. It's rare for me to do that. I have done them a few times in the past, and I've also never gotten my teeth whitened professionally. I would love to see how that would look. Okay, this next question was kind of funny, and then at the same time it was like, oh, okay, someone said, will you continue to do videos after you graduate, or will you get a job in your field and move on and leave us hanging? That was so sad. I plan to do videos for as long as I possibly can. I love doing this. I can see myself doing this for years and years, depending on how technology changes. Like if YouTube all of a sudden says we're done, deletes. I hope that someone comes out with something else so that creators are able to still make videos. But I really hope to continue to do this for as long as possible. And as far as my job after I graduate, even if it's not YouTube, I still plan to be an entrepreneur. So a lot of it is that I should still be able to have time to create videos. And in this frame of mind, I do want everything to kind of circle back to social media, because this is how I began, kind of, you know. This is where I started, and this is where I'm probably gonna owe most of my success to, because I have a lot of other things that I want to do and I want to accomplish just outside of social media. And I think that everything I've learned up until this point will definitely aid on what I plan to do after and on down the line. So yeah, I love this. I don't plan on stopping doing this anytime soon, because I do graduate in December. So that would be soon, you saying that I would leave y'all hanging. But no, I'm not leaving y'all hanging. I'm pretty much in for the long run. What tips do you have for matching / finding your correct concealer shade? I've mentioned this a lot in my previous videos, but I love the system that Sephora has, where you can go in and they take up close photos of your skin and match you to hundreds of different products in their store and online. It's literally a savior. And if it doesn't get you perfectly exact, it can at least get you in the ballpark of how to envision your skin tone when you see it in a bottle. Just once you do it once, they give you a code. If I'm not mistaken, mine is 2Y11, which matches me to a lot of different shades in Sephora and online. I think starting with the Sephora, it's called the Color IQ. So starting with the Sephora Color IQ is like the best thing you can do. You have a really great singing voice. Do you sing professionally? First, thank you so much. And no, I don't sing professionally. I have sung at a few events in the past. Right now, I'm not really doing anything professional. I'm not doing anything towards it. Maybe in the future, I'll get back into it. Okay, now for real, there are 2 more questions. These are more geared towards people that are wanting to get into YouTube. So I thought these were important. I wanted to make sure that I answered these. So the first question is, how or what's a good way for a beginner to learn how to edit videos? So my number 1 tip for editing videos is to start. Open up the application, whether you're on Mac and you're starting with iMovie, or you're starting with Final Cut Pro, which is the premier version of their editing software. Or if you have Windows, I'm pretty sure you have Windows Movie Maker or Adobe. I think you can edit videos with Adobe. I'm not quite sure, but whatever the application is, open that sucker up and just play around with it. Even if you don't even know how to get the clips into the application, Google that. Whenever you come across an issue, whenever you come across something you don't understand, whenever you come across a word that is foreign to you, look that up, because that is how you learn. I think the best learning is to do something, and when you run into something you don't understand, to Google it. Keep practicing, and as you practice, you will get better at it. Okay, so the last question is, what advice would you give to someone who wants a beauty channel to be as successful as yours? In general, if you want to be successful at creating a YouTube channel, there are 3 things that I always say when people ask me. The first thing is to be consistent. And I know you probably heard that a lot, but it is pretty much key, meaning when you start something, don't give up if it's something that you really want to be successful at. Even if you feel just like down on yourself and you just like want to give up because you're not seeing the growth that you expected to see, keep going, be consistent, and eventually you'll start to inspire people or just connect with people on another level. You just never know what will happen out of it. The second thing is to be competitive with yourself. So where you were 6 months ago, you should not be still in that same position. Whether that's up in the quality of your camera, the quality of products you're using, the lighting you're using, the sound you're using, you always want to be improving that and being competitive with yourself. You basically want to have an evaluation sheet comparing yourself to yourself. That is what I want to emphasize. Don't compare yourself to other people, because other people have their own journey, their own story. So you want to stick within all of the work that you've done up until a certain point, and you want to see what you can do better than what you did previously. And then the last thing is to cut out the excuses. So whatever stopped you from filming yesterday, don't let that stop you today. And whatever you told yourself that you're not gonna do today, do that. The further you put it off, the more you'll fall into not being consistent, which is the number one thing. So try to stay away from all of the excuses that you give yourself for the reason why you're not being successful and that you're not growing. Stay positive and stay focused. So that is the end of this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel as well as check out my previous video, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.